You then score the 11th round, deduct a point from Chavez, and go to the scorecards on an accidental butt. And I think that's what's going to happen.
I'll get it. Hang on.
Oh, that was a bad little bang, but
As you remember, before the fight, I said what we're going to see here is hand-to-hand and head-to-head combat. And I'm a little surprised that this hasn't happened earlier. And grateful.
well, I can argue with that a little bit because their boys were fighting well, but they know what they were doing. So when you know what you're doing, you don't bang your head. That was an accidental butt. Their boy were coming at the same angle, which happened.
A lot of times with a southpaw against a conventional fighter, it happens in the first minute of the first round.
That's right, but they're two good fighters. They know what they're doing and they know each other. I still say they shouldn't stop the fight.
They never stepped on each other's feet. They never entangled themselves in any way.
I'll tell you this, fellas. If you had a division of troops like these two guys, you could conquer the world.
Let me say this. This is why I disagree with doctors having the power to stop fights and whatnot. That had to stop the fight. All right, Chavez is winning, but that guy has a chance to knock you out at any point in time. Now, that's my reason right there. This was a good, entertaining fight, and you took away 2 rounds for this man maybe to have a chance. Maybe. Here we go. We're seeing the screen now. Don't look. It's nothing. It's nothing. That was a bad call. That's a bad call.
You think that he based his decision on the fact that Chavez was far ahead, and so he decided in a questionable situation?
Yes, exactly, yes, and I don't think he should do that. The man wanted to keep fighting, unless the man said something over there, which I don't think he did. He showed very disappointment in his face. I mean, things like that pissed me off.
Right now, this is in the hands of Lou Tabat, Art Lurie, and Rudy Jordan. The 3 judges empowered by the State Boxing Commission here in Nevada to now determine who will be the winner of this bout.
Is it going to the scorecards? Is it an accidental butt?
Well, Harold Letterman is suggesting that it will go to the scorecards, and that is the WBA rule, which is being used in this instance.
But have you heard anything?
Harold Letterman, let's open Harold one more time for a final analysis here.
Okay, Jim, it's not the WBA rule, it is the WBC rule. In a WBC rule, on an accidental butt, 1 point is deducted from the fighter who is not injured. In other words, 1 point will be deducted from the score of Julio César Chávez. I believe that they will score the 11th round, and the person who has the most points after the 1 point is deducted from Chávez's score will be the winner. Now, in our estimation, Chávez is far ahead, so Chávez should win on a technical decision.
Right, well, let's go up to Chuck Cull right now and find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision as rendered. Referee Richard Steele deducts 1 point from the score of Julio Chavez for the butt that has just occurred. I will now read the scores of the officials. Judge Rudy Jordan scores the bout 96-94. Judge Lou Tabat scores the bout 95-93. And Judge Art Lurie scores the bout 98-91. The winner on a technical decision, and now the possessor of 2 lightweight championship belts, Julio César Chávez.
That's right.
Pretty close, though, Kevin.
Too close. The one judge had it right. What did you have, Harold?
Well, after deducting a point, I would have had it 97 for Chavez, 92 for Jose Luis Ramirez. I had Chavez 5 points ahead.
I think that sounds about right.
I wonder when them other scores became so close. A lot of even rounds, Harold, you think, or what?
Well, Kevin, I'll tell you the truth. Jose Luis Ramirez was the aggressor, and obviously they gave him credit for aggressiveness. I didn't think it was effective aggressiveness. I thought that when Ramirez would move forward, he would get nailed by Julio César Chávez's right hand. So you actually score on 4 points, on clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense, but it has to be effective aggressiveness. And this is the reason I think the judges scored that many points for Ramirez. They gave it to him on his effectiveness, but yet I still think it wasn't effective aggressiveness. I think that Julio César Chávez landed the clean, hard punches.
But you make a good point, Harold. Some judges are tremendously swayed just by which fighter is coming forward through most of the bout.
But my point is, what were the rounds being scored? Even rounds, or were they giving them to Ramirez? Because I have it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds for Chavez. 7 if you give him the 11th.
Well, let's look at the final punch stat statistics in the bout.
What you
It'll
have
give us a profile of what happened in the bout. You can see that according to our computer operators, Julio César Chávez landed 56% of his punches. Ramírez was the more active fighter. Let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring right now with the winner, Julio César Chávez.
Julio, what happened as you saw it on the cut, and do you think it was serious enough to stop the fight?
¿Crees que si la cortadura era lo suficientemente honda como para suspender el encuentro?
Bueno, todavía no le he visto la cortada, pero
I still haven't seen the cut.
él cuando entra agacha mucho la cabeza.
When he comes in, he comes down with his head.
Do you feel that both of you have won your honor in this fight? That you can go back home feeling that you both performed as well as you could?
¿Crees que ambos han ganado un honor con esta pelea y que pueden ir orgullosos ambos cuando regresen a México?
Yo creo que sí, fue una buena pelea.
I think so. It was a very good fight.
Yo hice mi pelea.
I did my fight.
Sinceramente,
Sincerely,
les voy a confesar una cosa delante de Don
I'm
King.
going to confess something right in front of Don King.
Yo tuve un problema de la costilla.
I had a problem in one rib.
Duré 10 días sin entrenar.
I had 10 days without training.
Y estuvo a punto de suspenderse la pelea porque me fui al hospital.
I was about to stop this fight because I had to go to the hospital.
Y no quise que la pelea se suspendiera porque ya estaban muchos adelantos, iba a perder mucho dinero.
And I didn't want the fight to be stopped because there was too much money involved.
Where exactly were you hurt?
¿Dónde fue que te hirió la costilla? Right here at this point.
In the fourth round, you staggered him and then you backed off. Why didn't you finish him then if you were feeling hurt?
En el cuarto round tú le pegaste duro y él se quedó tambaleando, sin embargo tú no lo finalizaste. ¿Por qué te quedaste pensándolo y no lo terminaste?
I don't know, I'm sorry.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
Do you think there was in you a little bit too much respect for him at that stage of the fight?
Puedes calificar esto como mucho respeto de parte tuya hacia él. Respeto de amigo.
I don't know, yo no sé, no.
I really don't know.
Yo creo que hice una pelea inteligente.
I think I did a very intelligent fight.
No tenía caso fajarme con él.
It wasn't useful to punch with him.
Me estaba fajando nada más cuando había necesidad.
I only did it when it was needed.
Was the fact that your rib was hurt that the reason for the fact that you stood outside and wanted to box him and take him apart in that fashion rather than to overwhelm him at the start?
El hecho de que te dolía una costilla es la razón para que tú trataras de boxearle durante toda la pelea.
Sinceramente sí, peleé con precaución.
Yes, I fought with very carefully.
How do you feel now about what you're going to go to next? Upward to the junior welterweight championship?
I don't know, Don King.
Thank you, muchas gracias. I love you too much.
Welter junior or ligero, I don't know.
Junior welter or light.
But you do want to go on to fight the bigger men.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
Just one quote from you. You said you want to leave tracks in this life. What do you mean by that?
¿Qué tú quieres decir cuando tú dejas una huella en la vida?
Quiero que todos me recuerden como un gran peleador.
I want everybody to remember me as a great fighter.
Thank you very much. I love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. And back to Jim and Kevin.